Hello everyone, this is a different video. This one's about LA Noire. Now my question is, should this game have a sequel? Now the answer is pretty simple, but it's because of the ending. Now you can't really make a game that has no relation to the other one. You can make a game in the same universe that's based after about a similar thing, but you cannot make a particular sequel, so to speak, because a sequel explains that it's on a similar storyline in which they are both linked. And I would say that if you know the ending, spoiler alert, we can't know that. I said spoiler alert twice now, so that means that if you don't want to be spoiled, then, well, if you don't want it to be spoiled, then click off the video, because, I'll say it now, Cole Phelps dies at the end of the game. So, the main character dies. So there can't really be a similar plotline unless you're playing as Jack Kelso, which would be quite odd, and because he's not a cop, it wouldn't make sense as like an LA Noire kind of thing. I can't imagine it being like called LA Noire 2. I can just imagine it not being in Los Angeles. I can imagine it being like somewhere else, like San Francisco or New York or Boston. But either way, I don't honestly know. But the thing is, it can't really have a particular sequel that follows the same plotline unless you play as a different character other than Cole Phelps, because it just wouldn't make sense. And if this character is completely new and is introduced into the world of Los Angeles even, then that would make sense as well. But the thing is, the main character is gone. The main character from the first game is gone, so that could be foreshadowing for what happens to the main character in the second one, am I right? Well, actually, it would have to follow a different storyline to not be repetitive, and LA Noire was definitely not repetitive at all. I mean, you had loads of chases, fights, everything. It was all quite dynamic. The interviews were all kind of unique, and the areas in which you were searching were quite unique as well, and everything was quite unique. That chase. So yeah, I was just saying that maybe it would be quite cool to see a sequel for this, but it doesn't particularly need one, in my opinion, because it had quite a decent closure at the end of LA Noire. It was quite tragic, but it was and upsetting, but it was definitely a decent ending. So yeah, there you have it. That's my thought. Those are my thoughts and my opinions. And now, should LA Noire have a sequel? That is the question which I'm going to ask now. The game is decent, but does it really need a sequel? Because it was quite well ended at the end of the first game, so does it really need it? No, but it would be quite cool to see it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See ya!